Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you all are in a superb mood, Madridistas, because the Champions League final is here. Liverpool versus Real Madrid, a clash of titans and a match between two very successful teams in the history of the competition. The entire football world will come to a halt to watch the quality players who would be there for show in Paris tonight. And we must fasten our seatbelts, brace ourselves for the ultimate game of the season. It's a game of high expectations, it's a game of massive pressure. Both teams are coming to the game with different psychology. Real Madrid are coming on the back of a Champions League campaign which has defied logic. So many times Madrid were on the brink of elimination, and the players always found the will and the determination to do the unthinkable. We simply have seen things that can't be explained, and as for opponents Liverpool, they would be thinking about the defeats they have suffered at the hands of the Los Blancos in recent times. Jurgen Klopp would be looking to improve his record against the mighty Los Blancos, and as we have seen, Mr. Revenge, Mohamed Salah, has emphasized again and again that he would be taking the pitch to get revenge for what happened in the 2018 UCL final. So we can understand various factors will come into play as the historic Champions League final gets underway, and we here in today's match preview will be discussing the various tactics and key battles that will determine the outcome of the match. So without further ado, let's get started. And firstly, talking a bit about the kind of season that Liverpool have had till now. For a very long time they were backed by many to win the quadruple. They won the EFL Cup and FA Cup. They came extremely close to winning the Premier League as well. But Man City on the final match day were able to overcome Aston Villa in a dramatic way, scoring 3 goals in 5 minutes, having gone down by 2 goals. And that essentially was enough to leave the Liverpool fans disgruntled. But talking a bit about the Champions League journey that Liverpool have had this year, we can of course confirm that it has been a much easier path to the final compared to Real Madrid. They were pitted in a tough group with AC Milan, Atletico Madrid and Porto, which many considered as the group of death, but in the knockout stages they haven't exactly come across any of the big boys. You can say Inter in the round of 16 was a challenge, but again, this wasn't the Inter side of the previous year. They lost Lukaku and Hakimi in the previous summer, and the two undeniably gave a different dynamic to the Inter Milan side. And fast forward, Liverpool dispatched Porto and had almost run into troubled waters against Villarreal in the second leg, but they just had enough quality to overcome the setback and book their place in the Champions League final. But now if we talk about the tactical aspect of Liverpool, they certainly are one of the most tactically proficient teams in Europe at the moment. Under Klopp, they have done tremendous work on the pressing game. The collective press is something that Real Madrid have to deal with, and as we have seen, high pressing sides against Real Madrid have found success in forcing individual errors and turnovers in the middle of the park. So a lot will depend on who emerges victorious in the midfield battle. We are expecting Liverpool to set up in the 3-man midfield. Fabinho and Jordan Henderson should be the ones starting, and on the left-hand side of the midfield, Thiago, with his passing game, dribbling and decision making, he can create a lot of problems for the opposition. We can also look out for the diagonal long balls that Thiago often uses to switch play, sending the ball to the other side of the overload, and that is why Valverde and Modric today would be needed to work in sync to keep a lid on the creative side of Thiago. Another battle that we are expecting to see shall pan out on the right-hand side of the pitch. Of course, many are focusing on the battle that will happen between Vinicius Jr. and Trent Alexander-Arnold. That was a key area where Vinicius had thrived last season, and similar this year, the two will be breathing down each other's neck. But coming to the other side, I want you all to focus on the massive job that Carvajal would be having as a right back. Not only does he have to deal with the quality of Mane, but he also needs to take care of the attacking runs of Andy Robertson. We know Liverpool get their fullbacks highly involved in their attack, and Robertson in the same way would be looking to deliver some delicious crosses inside the box. We can fully expect the trio of Robertson, Mane and Thiago to get involved in quick interchange of passes, and this is where we need Carvajal to be on top of his game. He had to endure a dip of form early on in the season, but he got his act together just in the right time. Since the game against PSG, he has been much more dependable, and in the same way today, we would be looking for an assured performance from the Spaniard. He needs to be on top of his game, not just defensively, but offensively as well. Real Madrid would need Carvajal to be a constant threat, running up and down the right-hand side, and definitely, he would be looking to find Benzema making some well-timed runs in the penalty area. And moving on, we must also keep in mind that Liverpool are a team who have been very efficient with set pieces this season. In fact, they ended the Premier League season with 18 goals from dead ball situations. They would be looking to replicate the same in today's game as well, and this is why Militao and Alaba will have the ultimate task of winning the aerial battles. Generally, Real Madrid have done decently well defending against set plays, but since Liverpool have shown efficiency with set pieces, we must be extra cautious, and I am hoping that Militao today would emerge as the leader of the back four and come up with a solid display in the most important match of the season. And lastly, a key battle that will determine the outcome of the tie will be between Virgil van Dijk and Karim Benzema. It's a battle between one of the best defenders in the world against the best player in the world at the moment, and this battle should be a feisty one for football fans to relish. The Dutch defender does have a big presence in the Liverpool side. From making clearances to helping in the build-up play, we do see him actively involved, and at Liverpool he does have an ardent fan following. But today he has the task of containing a veteran, a man with enormous experience. Karim Benzema has been a man on a mission this year. He has come up with crucial goals in key moments, and he again would be causing all sorts of problems for the Liverpool defense. It would be the fox in the box. Him along with Vinicius would be looking for each other in the attacking third, and hopefully Benzema will deliver the Champions League trophy that Real Madrid fans all around the world desire. So those are the key battles that we are expecting to see today. The pitch is going to be flooded with quality players. It's going to be a game of very fine margins, and the team that will keep their head calm, the team that will be clinical in front of goal, will have the final laugh, and hopefully Real Madrid would be the one emerging victorious on the grandest stage of all. Moving on, let's hear what Ancelotti had to say in the pre-match press conference. Ancelotti first previewed the match as he said, "We're aware of the history of the club and what it demands. It was really important for us to get here because we've had such a good season and we are one step away from the top prize. We'll give it our all. The atmosphere is good, relaxed. The team manages these types of games really well. The veterans help the young players to relax and to look forward to the game with confidence." Then the coach was asked what strategy we may get to see from Real Madrid in the final, and the coach responded, "We have to approach the game with the aim of showing our ability. What we have been able to show this season, we have to do again. It's a massive team commitment, and it will all come down to individual quality and the players who have come in, proven themselves and made the difference. Liverpool will play with intensity. They've got a lot of talent and play directly. The team that's capable of showing their quality will win tonight." Then Ancelotti was asked, how is this final different compared to the La Decima? And Ancelotti said, "Each game has its own story and strategy. From what I see, there's motivation and slightly less concern because the game in Lisbon was the decisive match for everyone at Real Madrid in terms of the club's success in recent years, and for that reason the build-up for today's match is much different." And lastly, the coach was asked to comment on the evolution of Benzema, and Ancelotti replied, "In relation to the first period, I think he's got more character and is a better leader both on and off the pitch. His quality hasn't changed, he's still a top player and he's as humble as ever." So those were the thoughts of the coach. Ancelotti has the opportunity to be the most successful manager in the history of the Champions League. He would be looking to get his fourth UCL and overtake Zinedine Zidane and Bob Paisley, and let's hope he can add another feather in his cap and enhance his already legendary stature in the footballing world. So that concludes the match preview. We won't do the lineup prediction as we have already discussed the players Ancelotti may field in the tactical analysis part, but we will finish the video with my scoreline predictions. It's a tough game to call. Both teams have their qualities, but I'll predict that we'll have a 2-2 scoreline in normal time, and then I believe the game will go to penalties where Real Madrid will get their hands on the 14th UCL trophy. And that is all I have here. Do let me know how excited you are ahead of the game and what scoreline are you predicting right in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid. And as always, Hola Madrid.